I thought, you know what? I don't want to be stuck out here without, because was getting low on water, and I thought, I need to get dog food for Petunia. But you know what? If I can find a way to get my trailer towed into town, then that's what. And so my plan, I had contacted the gift store over at White City, and I made contact with a person there who said, a woman named Corey, and she said we'll figure out how to get you back and forth.
Oh, that's so great.
It was very, very
nice.
Love
small town charm like that.
And then when the tow driver came, I had sent a message to Sean, who's the mechanic, and I said, I really would like to find if your yard was big enough, if I could get my trailer pulled and situated in your yard. And but he hadn't responded to me, and so when the tow driver came, Matthew, I asked Matthew, I said, because he saw the trailer, he says, what are your plans? I said, I made contact. I sent a message to Hughes Automotive to ask if I could, find a way if I could get my trailer towed in, and if I could, set it up on his lot. And I said, but I haven't heard from him, so I'm not quite sure. And I said, and I'm really hesitant to leave my trailer and get into town because I'm not sure that I'll get back out to my trailer.
Yeah, you don't have a guaranteed, way back yet.
Exactly. And so, without it costing me an arm and a leg, if I got a Lyft or an Uber.
Oh, I can't imagine that they run out there in that small town.
Yeah, I don't, for the right price, they will. They'll take you in there. So Matthew said, let me call my pastor. And the pastor said, yeah, they have a great big parking lot here.
Yeah, most churches do.
And so he got my truck up on his truck, his flatbed truck, and we hooked up my trailer.
He had a hit.
And he just brought me to the church first, unhooked, and then we took my truck to the dealer, to the garage, and then he brought me back.
Oh my gosh, that's a great tow truck story.
Isn't it a wonderful tow truck story, Matthew? He's just such a nice man. And the pastor's very nice. They're young men. They're your age or younger.
Gotcha.
Just nice people.
Well, the craziest tow truck story I have is when I needed a tow. I can't remember what went wrong. Oh, it was the transmission seal. So a big doozy of a repair. We didn't know how long we were going to be at the dealership. We got permission from the dealership to stay there each night. They lowered us down and everything. But we were too low on propane to keep our fridge running for another day or more. So we asked him if he would tow us through a place with propane to fill us. And he goes, oh yeah, no problem. And he towed us and took us right to a propane fill-up he knew of. And we paid the guy, and we were out of there and to the dealership, and we had plenty of propane and water and everything else, so we didn't have to worry. But that's the nicest tow truck. I mean, every tow truck guy has been great. Really. I mean, they'll tell us about the sites we're driving by, and funny stories about the other people they've met or situations they got into.
Uh-huh.
They're almost like taxi drivers,
Yeah, I know they are, aren't they? I've had my vehicles, different vehicles I've owned, towed, and they've always been just the nicest people.
They're good resources too. I mean, they know they know things, and that's how you got set up in the church parking lot for sure.
Yeah, because I told him, I said, I thought about calling around and seeing if I could park in a church parking lot, because that's what I do at my daughter's. And I'll make a nice donation for these people.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Good idea. Very good idea.
If I was going to be here for a while, I thought, well, looks like they have a little child care center, and I was going to offer them. I said, if you have anybody that needs CPR training, let me give them CPR training.
Great idea.
I think I might offer that anyway.
On top of, or instead of a donation. I mean, it's so valuable.
Yes. So anyway, they're very, very nice.
Very smart, Terry. Way to barter.
Well, I was telling my daughter called me. She had gone to the swim center. She tries to swim a mile every week. And she has, she's the one with the degenerative disc disease.
Okay.
And so it's just real low impact, good exercise for her body and for her back. But anyway, I was relating to her, well, how's it going, Mom? Where are you? And so I was like, oh, well, this happened. And so anyway, I was telling her, I said, and you've heard me say this too, that, when I'm driving and I miss a turn or I have to take a long way around to something, my antenna go up and I start thinking, you know what, there may be an opportunity that I may find myself in the right place at the right time because of a situation.
Right.
That I didn't, I missed my left turn and now I've got to go down and turn right to get back around to where I want to go. Anyway, these little misdirections and little obstacles in your life, I think that in those opportunities, there are opportunities around those obstacles.
Correct.
And so that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking, I'll just keep my eyes open and reach out and make some connections and just see what happens.
You got to wonder why are you put there?
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Why?
Especially in a church parking lot.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think you're meant to relate in some way.
Yeah, I just throw it out into the universe. That's what I told Matthew. I said, I just put it out into the universe and see what comes into my sphere. So anyway,
and that has to do with just your perception of the situation.
Oh yes, there are many ways you can look at a situation. I was raised by a couple of people that would say, "Oh, this is just horrific."
Well, no, or just people would automatically think, "Oh, dude, this is a crisis. This is a horrible snag, a big interruption of your life. I mean, you've got somewhere to be, and people are waiting on you, and it's like, no, maybe you have a different purpose right now, or you're not meant to be going that far yet." Because you could be in danger's way.
Yes, and that's the other part of it, because my mind does go there. Because I could have left this morning, or left yesterday morning, which is what I was planning to do, and God knows what could have happened? I could have, yeah.
Been in a worse situation.
Exactly. And, you know, maybe I avoided something.
Right. So you just ride the wave.
Oh, yeah. I'm in a good place. And, so, yeah, it's all going to be good.
Well, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
Not that I was too worried about you, but I was definitely interested in how this was going to work out, how you're going to figure this situation out.
I can tell you that it's pretty fucking weird sitting here in my trailer and my truck's not here.
I know, and it's a weird feeling, I bet, yeah.
It is, yeah. This is the first time this has happened.
But you know where it's at. You could walk to it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
There's nothing out of the unknown that you have to worry about. So very, very cool. Very cool.
So it's, you know, I'm gonna walk around and get the lay of the land, and I thought I might go down. There's a Family Dollar less than a mile from where I am, but I need to get some bottled water, and I have enough water here for Petunia, and so
and you do your normal walks anyway, so just do a walk with a little bit of a purpose and a little bit of heave-ho exercise.
If I have too much, then I'll just call a Lyft or an Uber and have them pick me up in my groceries and come back.
So cool.